All right, folks, I wanted to talk to you about one of the problems we could have with the gun that we could fix in our gunfight. That was the failure to extract or double feed. And we showed you two ways to fix that. One, locking the slide to the rear, removing the magazine, rack, 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 put a magazine back in, chamber around and shoot. The other method that we found is historically a little bit quicker and more expeditious to get done is if we're able to pull that mag out, maybe not necessarily even all the way out of the gun, just pull it out and watch that slide close on whatever's in the chamber, shove the mag back in, work the action to get whatever was in the chamber out to get a fresh round in, and we're able to do that. We've put that on the clock several times. We notice it's a lot quicker. Like I said in that video, though, there's a couple of exceptions. So here we have a standard base plate on a Glock magazine, okay? I have fixed that malfunction by pulling the mag out without locking the slide to the rear first with a stock Glock magazine. It's a stock base plate. Yippee. Here's an aftermarket base plate that's approximately the same size from 10.8 Performance. Very good base plate. I've done it with that one. Here's a Glock magazine with a 2-round extension. When that's in the gun, you have a whole bunch sticking out to grab onto. So we can do it with that one. Then we can really go crazy. We could put like a 4 or 5 round extension on the magazine. You got this big doorknob hanging out of the gun. It's great for classes. It's great depending on what you're wearing. If you're trying to be concealed, that extra material on the magazine may be poking out. And obviously we can grab a hold of that and pull it out. No big deal. Here's one of the problems. This happens to be a 1911 frame. There is a magazine inside of it, but as you'll notice, the base plate is flush into the gun. I have already set up a double feed. You can see it's there. So the only thing that we have to grab onto on that flush fit magazine is this little tiny piece right here, which may or may not work. Now I've done this. It cost me a fingernail, but I've actually hit the mag release, pulled that out, shoved it back in, worked the action and made it work. We just wanted to make sure that we showed you this is something that for most people, that method of pulling the mag out until the slide goes forward, putting it back in, working the action is just not going to work. So we could struggle with that. We can actually attempt to press the trigger. We have that dead trigger. We identify the problem. I'm mashing down on the mag release, and I'm going to struggle getting that out. And every time we struggle, what are we losing in our gunfight? We're losing time. So what we're going to do instead is come up on target. We're going to identify that failure to extract or double feed. And what are we going to have to do? Lock the slide to the rear. Now the magazine is going to come out for me. Okay. I'm going to work the slide, or I'm going to see the problem leave. I'm going to put that magazine or another one, if I have it, back into the gun. I'm going to work the action to make sure I put a round in the chamber, and it works. Just something we wanted to make sure that we showed you guys, depending on what kind of firearm that you're running.